The question I get asked most frequently when people find out that I'm a master certified life and mindset coach who specializes in helping women lose weight is, what do you think about GLP-1s? They might ask about Ozempic or Mounjaro. Even people from within the Thinlicious community have questions and wonder if it could possibly help them. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And here's my honest answer up front. I think these medications can be an incredible tool, but I think most people aren't being told how to actually use them. So let's talk about it. Welcome to the Feel Better, Live Free podcast, brought to you by Thinlicious. I'm your host, Lisa Joy Thompson, and every week we bring you the science, the stories, and the straight talk you need to feel better and live free. From real food to hormone health to breaking free from yo-yo dieting for good. This is the show for every woman who's ready to stop surviving and start thriving. Settle in, friend. What you're about to hear might just change everything. Hey, welcome in. I am so glad you're here. If you are on a GLP-1 right now, whether it's Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, Zepbound, any of them, this episode is for you. If you're thinking about starting on a GLP-1 and you want to go in with your eyes open, this is for you too. And if you came off of a GLP-1 and the weight crept back and you've been quietly beating yourself up about it, oh friend, this is especially for you. If it feels like this topic, GLP-1s, is everywhere right now, well, it's because it is. About 1 in 8 adults is currently taking one of these medications. And when it comes to women in their 50s and early 60s, that number jumps to more than 1 in 5. More than 1 in 5. So if you're wrestling with this, you are in very good company. And I want you to know this is not a should you or shouldn't you episode. That decision is between you and your doctor. I'm not here to make it for you. This is a here's what I wish someone would have told me sooner kind of episode. So quick context so you know why I'm even talking about this. I lost over 100 pounds in my early 40s and I've kept it off for over 8 years now. And I've spent the last 4 years coaching thousands of women and helping them lose weight by reversing insulin resistance and balancing their hormones. So when GLP-1s showed up and the conversation started changing, I paid really close attention. And here's what I noticed. These medications are everywhere now, but the protocol around them is missing. Women are getting the prescription and almost nothing else. No plan. No, here's what to eat. No, here's what to protect. No, here's what happens when you stop. That gap is what I want to talk about today, because here's something almost nobody says out loud. You can lose weight on a GLP-1 and end up in worse shape than when you started. The scale goes down, your clothes fit better, people tell you that you look amazing, but underneath all of that, something is quietly happening that your doctor probably didn't warn you about. And I'm not telling you that to scare you. I'm telling you because I have watched too many women do everything right, follow the prescription exactly, and still feel confused 6 months in about why they don't feel as good as they thought they would. So let me reframe how these medications actually work, because I think the popular story is a little bit off. Most people think the drug makes you not hungry, so you eat less, so you lose weight. Easy peasy. But here's what's actually happening. The medication quiets the noise, that constant, exhausting mental chatter about food. For a lot of women, it just goes quiet for the first time in decades. And that, my friend, is genuinely a gift. It gives you something you've probably never had before, which is space, room to make a different choice without having to white knuckle it. But unfortunately, space isn't enough. The medication doesn't teach you anything. It doesn't build a single habit for you. It doesn't know the difference between you eating a little bit of really nourishing food and you eating a little bit of junk. It just turns the volume down. What you do inside that quiet is entirely up to you. And that's the part that determines whether you come out of this better off or worse off. The medication creates the opportunity, but it doesn't create the result. So I'm not going to hand you the full plan today, but I do want to give you 3 things to start thinking about, because awareness is where everything starts. Number 1, eating less is not the same as eating well. When the food noise goes quiet, a lot of women just naturally eat way less, which sounds great, except your body still needs certain things every single day. And barely eating usually means you're skipping the very stuff that keeps you strong and steady. The amount went down, so the quality has to go up. Here's a question worth asking yourself at every meal. Don't ask, is this less? But ask yourself, is this enough of the right things? That one shift in questions changes what ends up on your plate. So start there. Number 2, what you lose matters as much as how much you lose. When weight comes off fast, it doesn't always come from the place you want it to come from. Some of what you lose is the very thing that keeps your metabolism humming, keeps you strong, and keeps you from feeling frail and tired at 55. You can't see it happening on the scale. The scale just says down, and that looks like a win. But there's a difference between losing weight and losing fat. And if you're losing muscle instead of fat, that can cause problems down the road. Number 3, you need to have a plan for the day you're not on the medication anymore. This is the one that breaks my heart the most because a lot of times people don't talk about it until it's too late. Most women don't stay on these medications forever. Life happens, insurance happens, side effects happen, cost happens. And if the only thing that changed was the drug, if you never built anything underneath of it, then the day the medication stops is the day everything comes back. So the question isn't how much can I lose while I'm on this? The question is, what am I building right now that will still be standing when I'm not? And if you're on a GLP-1 today and you don't have an answer to that question yet, you're not behind. You just haven't been told that's the real question. And now you know. All right, I'm going to put on my coach hat for just a minute here. So hear me out. If you came off a GLP-1 and the weight came back and you've been telling yourself you failed, I need you to stop being a mean girl to yourself right now. You didn't fail. You were handed a tool and not the instructions. That is not a character flaw. That is a gap in the system, and you happen to fall into it. The weight coming back isn't proof you're broken or that the medication doesn't work or that you don't have what it takes. It's just proof that the thing nobody set up underneath of you, the habits, the food, the plan, was never there to catch you. We can fix that. It's totally fixable, but not by trying harder at the wrong thing. All right, by now you might be thinking, okay, Lisa, that's great, but what do I actually do? What do I eat? How much protein? Like, how am I protecting that muscle? How do I build something that still holds when I'm not on the medication? And those are exactly the right questions to be asking. And honestly, they deserve more than a few rushed minutes at the end of a podcast. They deserve a real sit down where I can walk you through the whole plan step by step, and you can ask me your questions in real time. So that's what I'm going to be doing on June 25th. I'm doing a live masterclass called What Your Doctor Didn't Tell You About GLP-1s. It's the whole plan, the food, the protein, the non-negotiables, the protect your results piece, and the long-term picture, whether you stay on these medications or come off of them. We're going to spend 60 minutes together, and you'll get the replay for 7 days after in case life happens and you can't make it live. It's $27. I priced it that way on purpose because even though this information is pretty darn valuable, I want this in front of as many women as I can get in front of. So here's what I want you to do. If anything in this episode made you think, oh, that's me, go grab your spot for the masterclass. The link is right in the show notes. You don't have to go hunting for it. Click it, save your seat, and come spend time with me getting the actual plan. And bring your questions. I mean it. Come with the stuff your doctor didn't have time to answer. That's what the live part is for. All right, before you go, I want to leave you with this. These medications are not the enemy, but they're also not a magic fix. They're a tool. They're a really good tool in the right hands with the right plan around them. The drug can quiet the noise, but it can't build the life. That part is still yours, and that's actually good news because it means the results can be yours to keep. You're not too old for this to work. You're not too far gone. You didn't miss your window. You just needed somebody to tell you the part nobody tells you, and now somebody has. So come hang out with me on the 25th. And until then, feel better and live free. And remember, I'm cheering for you. I really am.